Do you know what I mean? You can't be like...
Unpack those action items.
Icon Collective, the #1 school for artists and producers.
I don't want you to be alone. I just wanna be your home.
Here's a hot tip. Stay connected to the collective
with Icon Radio.
Icon Collective presents
Icon Radio.
What is happening, everybody? Welcome back to Icon Radio. This is episode 21.
What's up, Warden?
What is happening, Vito?
Well, I'm excited for this episode. This is
gonna be a fun one.
This is gonna be a good one. If you've been tuned in before, we bring you some of the dopest upcoming artists from Icon Collective here in LA. And we've got a lot of tunes for you today.
Yeah, this one is jammed packed. This is going to be a little more bass-focused episode, so get ready for that.
You know what time it is. 9 p.m. here on Insomniac Radio. This is Icon Radio, episode 21. We got a lot of tunes.
Yes, we do.
We've got tunes from Luhv, HONÜ, SAKA, Slade, and a lot more.
Plus a massive guest mix from WAVHART. This kid, y'all better look out, dude.
Cracked.
Yeah.
As they say.
He is cracked. He's real good. So
super excited. We'll talk more about him later, but he's going to play the guest mix for the second half hour, but the first half hour we're going to get into some tunes, as I said. Yeah. This one in the background right now, I mean, we know this.
Yeah, Severnce theme.
I mean, everybody's flipping it.
Yeah.
This is only one of the flips from one of our grads. If you want to hear a few Severnce, dope Severnce flips, go to our SoundCloud Icon Collective. They're all reposted there. But this one,
this is Sippy's.
This is Sippy, absolute smasher. But she played this at Pass the Aux a couple weeks ago, right?
Yeah, she came online to our office hour that we host here at Icon and gave us a little preview of this thing. It is nasty. I'm gonna let it speak for itself.
Let's get it. This is Sippy's Severnce flip.
Let's go.
Shouts to Sippy.
Shouts to Sip.
You're listening to Icon Radio with Warden and Vito.
You're in the mix on Insomniac Radio.
So many deuces, my arm need a motor. Half a pint and I'm on do now, that's a dirty soda. And I sell so many chickens, think I work for Kroger. I'm flashing, counting gorillas, buckets, legs,
is out on rock. Hey, yellow bitch passing the starting. Hey, she's down the road with me and she gon' hold my Glock in. See her up, I tell her papa she gon' pop in. Notorious bitch, I'm big humble. If I see her up, I'm spot on shot on. Bitch, I got on drive through. In and out, I'm throw 'em up. Been in Hunters. Send me on me, catch his walk. Send me on me. I shot and call it since I hit the lotto ballin'. My diamonds no voodoo, 504 bitch, they from the Wallets. Ring money calling, gotta go, you not important. I'm smoking 2 and Tuka and counting money toilet. My Ruger hold a 30, you can hold a fucking chorus. That's 8 shots at your face, better be good at ducking bullets. Pull up in that Lord, that's that shit them hoes adore. I pull up to the club and tell a bitch to hop aboard. I can shot and call it. I can shot and I can shot and I can shot and I pull up to the club and tell a bitch to hop aboard. Baby, I'm a king, I know I am not a lord. I pull up to the club and tell a bitch to hop aboard. Baby, I'm a king, I know I am not a lord. But I'm already sewing, that's that shit that us and shots is for. I'm smoking Taero from New York with a Glock and Taurus. Make that bitch sing a melody, you get lots of chords. Hey, yellow bitch passes her legs and she the rock. She's down the road with me and she gon' hold my Glock in. See her up, I tell her papa she gon' pop in. I always like Tupac notorious, bitch I'm big humble. If I see her up, I'm spot on shot on, bitch I gon' drive through. In and out, I'm throw 'em up. Been in her.
You're listening to Icon Radio with Vito and Warden.
Ooh, that was a massive Cheif Keef remix from Luhv. But up next, we got our little From the Dance Floor from Grad HONÜ.
Oh yeah, HONÜ's been killing it. Played Beyond Wonderland.
Yeah.
This is his CHYL remix, CHYL Grad.
Yeah, CHYL's a grad.
CHYL's a grad. We're, it's a whole lot of gang right here, a whole lot of collective. So, shouts to HONÜ.
Lock in.
From the dance floor.
I'm running this game or ostrich face. Man can't try tell me about attitude. Give a boy beats like Dr. Dre. Don't be out here flossing, mate. And my boys in the crib like a foster place. He figured out his best options, pay. Now we got the answer locked in safe. Them man's time was a nonsense face. The sky's not my limit, bro. Watch this space. Don't you know the rabbit done lost this race? If you feel froggy, then hop this way. I'm running to the money like on delay. I'm on the way. I'm one away. One of a kind. I'm a one away. Everything he gets, what's on display. You best chat to me nice. I get the dance floor actually high. Ravers get on some animal vibe. On money doing it like SAKA and Fly. Banter aside, you don't wanna come and try clash on the mic. The last guy who tried clash on the mic, man put it down then ran for his life. You best chat to me nice. I get the dance floor actually high. Ravers get on some animal vibe. On money doing it like SAKA and Fly. Banter aside, you don't wanna come and try clash on the mic. The last guy who tried clash on the mic, man put it down then ran for his life. Ravers get on some animal vibe. My money doing it like SAKA and Fly. You best chat to me nice. I get the dance floor actually high. Ravers get on some animal vibe. Our money doing it like SAKA and Fly. Banter aside, you don't wanna come and try clash on the mic. The last guy who tried clash on the mic, man put it down then ran for his life. You best chat to me nice. I get the dance floor actually high. Ravers get on
Stay connected to the collective.
Icon Radio.
banter aside.
We're in the mix on Insomniac Radio.
Man put it down then ran for his life.
coming out, we hitting shit. All the notches, they are blues, bitch, I'm with the shit. Hardy Robbins got bad rolls, Margiela on my toes. Pussy open up the pit and blood gon' hit the floor. Pull up special, boom, 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 come in my AK, boy. You gon' hear the Uzi dropping bodies, pussy, boy. I gon' pull up for cool. No bitches just loving the skill. 6 figures is better than you. We're mixing your plate, you glue.
Came from the dirt and now we moving through the city, boy. Hating on me, but you still the one listening to my CD, boy. You see me, boy. Wanna be me, boy. Tell me on this nigga, we live when you're talking to bitch, little boy. I wanna know what you got in your soul, and they got you stuck on your sofa. But I didn't got the house to put up in a Range Rover. Sticking it up on my shoulder, yeah. Get in my face and move over, yeah. I don't got time for these rappers no more, cause these rappers that paying homage to my flow.
Diamonds are dripping these doors. You say you gon' fuck what you want. But plug out the boom back home. I go stirring just ready to moan. Boom, boom, boom. Made a Audi zoom. Boom, boom, boom. Made a Audi zoom. My diamonds are dripping these doors. You say you gon' fuck what you want. But plug out the boom back home. I go stirring just ready to moan. Boom, boom, boom. Made a Audi zoom. Boom, boom, boom. Made a Audi zoom. Big ol' dick extended coming out, we hitting shit. Poppin' notches, they are blues, bitch, I'm with the shits. Hardy Robbins got bad rolls, Margiela on my toes. Pussy open up the pit and blood gon' hit the pull up special, boom, 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 come in my AK, boy. You gon' hear the Uzi dropping bodies, pussy, boy. I pull up for cool, my bitches just loving the skill. 6 figures is better than you. We mixing your plate, you glue. You gon' fuck what you want, but look at the ball at home.
Came from the dirt and now we moving through the city, boy. Hating on me, but you still the one listening to my CD, boy. You see me, boy.
Wanna be me, boy.
Say nigga, this nigga get lit for your talking, your bitch, little boy. I wanna know what you got in your soul, and they got you stuck on your sofa. But I didn't got the face to put up in a Range Rover. Sticking it up on my shoulder, yeah. Get in my face and move over, yeah. I don't got time for these rappers no more, cause these rappers that paying homage to my flow.
Don't you know I got that?
Icon Collective presents Icon Radio.
In the mix.
What am I saying?
Well, we power tight man. Coffee, respect, I don't remember. Just listen to the lion, see it, watch it.
Top Breton, não gotta. What am I saying?
dangerous. 'Cause every time you're near, my heart starts racing. I don't think I recognize you anymore. I'm starting to feel like I'm in danger. Oh, was it always out of focus, or did I refuse to look? When my heart was craving hope, you came and stole it like a crook. And I don't need you to understand the power that it took to keep my walls from closing in. And I'm asking myself, where did I go wrong? Where did I go wrong? There's so much I could say, but I should walk away. And I've known it all along. And where did I go wrong? Your love's fatal. The way you broke my heart so slow and painful. Trying not to lose myself, but looking at the photograph. Who's that person staring back? Wonder where my mind was at. I lost it just like that. Was it always out of focus, or did I refuse to look? When my heart was craving hope, you came and stole it like a crook. And I don't need you to understand the power that it took to keep my walls from closing in. And I'm asking myself, where did I go wrong? Where did I go wrong? There's so much I could say, but I should walk away. And I've known it all along. And where did I go wrong? Where did I go wrong? And where did I go wrong?
You're listening to Icon Radio
On Insomniac Radio.
Ooh, that was a nasty one from Taero. That one's called Massive, but guess what's next?
Oh, it's the guest mix.
It's the guest mix.
Yeah.
And this one is Fire.
Fire. This one is from a grad who graduated probably like 3-4 years ago.
Yeah.
Kind of quiet lately. Like we really haven't seen a lot from this dude, but we've heard a lot, and he's killer, like really killer. And this is a proper kind kind of showcase mix because there's a lot of IDs. I think there's some tunes in there for like collabs with the homies, Des McMahon, Old Instructors on there, the fam.
Yeah.
Tap in, get ready, because this is mostly just every Wavhart ID, probably only a fraction of what he's holding.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's such a massively good mix. I'm so stoked. You guys are about to be so stoked. Turn it up. Get locked in.
Turn it all the way up.
It's time for the WAVHART Guest Mix. Let's go. Sheesh.
And now, the Icon Radio Guest Mix
on Insomniac Radio.
Staring through the looking glass, you got my attention. You know you'll always get a pass, despite your cruel intentions. Ready, hate, machine. Ready, hate, machine. Everyone's following you. Me too. Me too.
butterflies.
Llegué.
Start unknown, finish legendary.
Wavhart, and this has been my Icon Radio Mix. And I want to give a big shout out to the Icon fam. It's been a minute, so stoked to be back. Just want to give a huge shout out to the homies Des McMahon, Reese Rose, 7KY, and Vorso for helping out with the collaborative efforts. And to keep up, you can catch me at Wavhart on all platforms. I'm going to lead us out with this nice, serene vibe. Thanks for sticking around this long. It means a lot. Peace.
You're listening to Icon Radio, presented by Icon Collective.
Insomniac Radio.